but we made those changes. So now I feel like today's a great day to see how effective those changes are going to be in the bigger picture.
The irony of Tim talking about changes as his voice cracks and things are changing in your life. Anytime you want to,
it happens. You know,
you'll get there. It'll be okay.
Some of us teach all day and have to talk, and
Oh no, Glock talks all day. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
They don't pay me to sit there silently in my office. I'll tell you that. So, Pogue, as you looked at that, I really felt too. Even though the run game didn't really hit for very many explosives, except for the one that got called back, obviously, in a crucial situation from Benitez. In my opinion, you saw the balance there of, listen, if we're going to feed it to Alex, which we know we're going to do, you're going to be able to hit that play over the top. And, you saw Ethan McManus and Liam McManus, really take advantage.
I mean, that was the balance that they needed. They were missing that. Benitez was always doing what he needed to do, but he was one of the only options for a little bit. And now, with the run game, actually having a pass game so you can't overcommit, it made his life easier, it made Schmelzer look great, and, hopefully it leads to another win.
And, not to toot Sean Carty's horn a little, too much. You guys all know what I think about him as a coach. I couldn't be there's not a bigger fan in the school of his than me. I thought he called a great game for Schmelzer in his first game and really put him in position to succeed. He didn't ask him to do too much. Really, there was probably only one or two shot plays that got called, and he hit one for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he did a really well-balanced game plan where you kind of lead him up with the run, doing some play-action stuff and short passes. And Schmelzer really took advantage of those opportunities. I mean, I think he even win that the game ball of the week or whatever. So obviously he played very well, and hopefully Carty, and I know he will, he'll call an equally balanced plan today, and hopefully it pays off.
There's a whole bunch of other offshoots to that, too. We're going to take a break. We'll talk about those when we come back. We'll give you a little bit more in-depth on Scotch Plains Fanwood. It's a pink out.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy to support. Listen, there's causes all over the place. You see it in the NFL all the time with all the guys wearing pink, whether it's, Military Salute to Service Month or, breast cancer awareness. I don't think that there's any of us out there that haven't been touched in some way by something like this, unfortunately. And listen, whatever we can do to help, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. A little more analysis. We're going to have kickoff coming up 7 o'clock. Love when we're home in the Mire.
I love it.
Love it. Stay with us. You're caught in the Mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, as we're utilizing technology. We'll see how well our wireless internet holds up out on the field, but NDI technology really just taking, leaps and bounds forward in the last couple of years to where hopefully we're going to be able, and I shouldn't even say the last couple of years, just since July, really, the company that developed this, these guys are going to be billionaires if they're not already, to where we're going to be able to, utilize like Fury Cam in the stands for basketball. And, obviously, we're down on the field tonight, and we're going to see how this works out as you get a look at the Montgomery team heading out on the field right now. Let's talk about Scotch Plains Fanwood a little bit more, guys. Anthony Robinson, the team's leading rusher through 7 games. He's averaging over 100 yards a game. He's got 885 total on the season. Anthony Fisher, a junior quarterback, he's throwing for 648 yards. So they do a little bit of everything.
Some good numbers.
Yeah, no doubt. And Fisher 7 touchdowns to 4 picks. 5 touchdowns for Robinson. So, it's not like they are devoid of talent, on the offensive side. I think this just could be a pretty evenly matched game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping the confidence that they've gotten from beating Franklin and making those changes kind of carries over into this game and just takes them over the top, and maybe we can make it just like last week.
I really think you're gonna see a continued huge chunk of that balance that you saw last week, and if Schmelzer can continue to play the way that he has, those chunk plays from Benitez are going to come. He's too explosive to not have him happen, and I think that's what everybody kind of envisioned, for the last 2 years, before they realized, well, crap, we got to have him play quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Benitez is their go-to guy, and obviously they're going to be keying on him this game, but I feel like with what we were able to accomplish last week, other guys are going to be involved. You're going to get, the Eubanks involved. You're going to get the Jenkins involved. There's going to be more opportunities for them because of what they were able to accomplish, and hopefully makes up for some big plays.
Pokey, any predictions for tonight? I know we have gotten kind of away from predictions during the football season, but I like to put you on the spot a little bit every once in a while.
I think that's your favorite thing to do.
That's actually pretty true.
100% chance.
I'm going to go Schmelzer. 2 passing touchdoware
all right. So hold on. I didn't realize we were going player props here.
You said
the FanDuel player prop of the game. Are we at 2 or is there an over/under at 1.5? What are we doing?
I'm saying 2.
All right. So you're taking the over on 1.5.
Yep.
All right, there you go. I just set the line, by the way, right there.
FanDuel, not a sponsor yet.
Lest anyone think that we're actually gambling on high school football, I'm just kidding. Okay? We need to be crystal clear about that. God forbid. Have a joke on the air. So I'm going to tell you, I think Benitez is over 125 yards today.
I'll agree with that.
All-purpose yards or just
no,
rushing?
on the ground. On the ground.
I don't agree with that. I'll go all-purpose. I won't go on the ground.
All-purpose, is like, duh. 125 all-purpose.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you said something real smart. I was like, okay, I'll go with you. Yeah.
That was in the world of like journalistic opinions. Well, not that we're journalists at all.
Yeah, easy
we're
with that
very
word.
much in the entertainment side of things than the Big J journalism side. But I don't really think that would qualify as a hot take.
No.
You know. But in any event, this tonight, next week, I think really sets up, for Montgomery to be able to have an opportunity to pick up a couple wins in a row. Maybe we string 3 together. In any event, we're stepping away from the national anthem. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew. We're getting set here for high school football. First of at least a 3-game homestand for the Cougs. I say, at least because Zorn, we were joking about this the other day, but it's certainly not a joke because it's true. He makes it happen all the time. We have 3 regular season games left and then a consolation game. My man exercises every bit of leverage he has with the state at all times to get that consolation game to be at home. I don't think in the history of the Cougar football program we've ever played a consolation game on the road.
He's very persuasive. I will give him that.
It's just, you think it's the volume? He's just very loud.
Well, he makes it sound serious no matter what he's talking about. It could be something boring, mundane. If he's loud enough about it, you're going to be like, oh, all right, I better listen.
It's reputation, too, though. He's been in here for quite a bit,
He's big and Serbian, and I'm scared.
It might be the Serbian thing.
The bear is the bear for a reason, you know what I mean? It's not just a clever nickname here, it's one of them things. So we're out for the coin toss here, as you see the Cougar captains. So who won the toss? We'll see what we got here. Looks as though the Cougs have won the toss, and they're going to take the ball. So Montgomery will go left to right on the Mire to begin things. What do you think about? I always like deferring.
Yeah, I like getting the ball in the second half. The first series, you're always like feeling things out, trying to see how it goes, and a lot of times it ends in a stalled out drive. But a lot of teams like to, put their best plays forward in the first series and try to start with a touchdown, and then that builds the momentum for the rest of the game.
We had the onside kick, first play of the game last week.
Yeah, let's see if we do it. Well, we can't do it, but
definitely if we execute an onside kick right here,
now,
football history will be made.
Yeah. Let's see if we're ready for it.
Us executing an onside kick here will shortly be followed by me giving birth.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much how that rolls. The 4 and 3 Raiders, I should say. Raiders, right, of Scotch Plains? Am I right about that? The Raiders of Scotch Plains.
Take your word for it.
Against the 1 and 4 Cougs of Montgomery. Eubanks and Jenkins are back deep to receive it. As Scotch Plains getting things together.
Getting all set up, ready for some football.
I'm going 20.
We're just
I'm going 20 to 14 Cougs today. That's what I'm doing.
I'm going 28-13 Cougs.
20-12.
Oh, this isn't the Price is Right, bro.
It might be.
$1. I'm going $1.
You can't lose.
Kyle Brainerd will kick it off for Scotch Plains, number 32, and he puts a foot on it, and here we go for football. And it is going to be taken by Jenkins, and he's out across the 30, and he falls to the 35. And that's where Montgomery will begin things first down and 10.
He always does a good job on special teams. He just gets good yards. You know, that was a good return.
Yeah, I really think, you know, we talked about him a lot in the preseason, and he certainly has lived up to our expectations all over the field. Special teams, certainly, you know, one of them. So here's Mike Schmelzer, the sophomore, his second start of the season, and we are going to have a false start to get things going. It's not how you want it to go.
Yeah, not how you want to do it. Got that jet sweep going, though.
Yeah, they did.
Flag on the plate.
All right. Well, 1st and 15.
Just more room to run plays.
Yeah,
So
now we have more yards. It can be a longer.
That was the most homerish thing that's ever been said by a human being in the history of football. I want you to know that.
Hey, man,
Is that the Odyssey homer? Which one?
Schmelzer, and he'll swing it out to Benitez, and Alex makes one man miss, and he's got about 4, so we're almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, you want those yards, man, if you want him to get that 125 rushing.
And by the way, that was a lateral, so you know you could tack that into the rushing category.
You think that was a lateral? You don't think that was a forward pass?
No, 100% a lateral.
So 50-50? It was
totally a lateral. Listen, I have binoculars, okay?
Yeah, I have a zoom button, so.
Jeez, gonna one-up me with the Xbox controller. Second down, and Schmelzer on the run to his right. He throws, and a diving catch out to the right by Jenkins at the 45-yard line, right at the sticks. Holy cow, Mark Jenkins.
Yeah, that was a nice way to sell out his body for that one.
Wow.
Not to mention the excellent camera work.
I would have loved a replay of that one, Pogue.
And it begins.
We're back to the old MIRE.
And it begins.
Gain of 11 on second down and a first down for the Cougs. And it'll be Benitez. And, wow, he is swallowed up. It looked like Vita Vea last night against the Eagles, swallowing up Miles Sanders.
Oh, it was beautiful. Thing of beauty right there.
Thomas Schmidt, 5'11", 290. Try running through that.
Yeah, I would rather not. I'm going to stick up here with my PlayStation controller.
I'm going to say no to running through that.
That's a hard pass right there.
So, again, Montgomery behind the sticks. Didn't matter, though, thanks to the acrobatics of Jenkins. And Schmelzer is going to swing it out to the left again. And here's Alex, his first catch of the game. And he's got a gain of about 7 out past midfield.
So the passing game really coming on hard early. You were thinking the 125?
No, I never said he was going under 125. I said that was a clear over.
No. You said rushing yards, 125.
Oh, right.
I said, are you rethinking it now that
not at all.
3 of the
not at all.
first 4 plays have been passes? No?
Softening them up, baby. Softening them up.
Yeah, maybe.
Third down and a very short 5. And Schmelzer again. He's flushed. He'll roll, throw, and again it's caught. And dropped. And they're going to say incomplete. McManus couldn't quite hold on to it. So Montgomery will punt it. that's an unfortunate drop there for McManus. That was a great opportunity to keep the sticks moving, in what was a pretty impressive first drive. But I got to tell you, I mean, I'm to say impressed with Schmelzer is.
Yeah, I mean, he's picking up where he left off. He did a really good job. An unfortunate drop, but overall, not a bad first possession.
Not at all. Benitez puts a boot on it. And they're going to be fire. Got to hurry up. And I don't know what we had happen there.
Did he call a fair catch? And
he might have signaled fair catch and then touched it. I missed the fair catch signal, but that would make sense that happened.
Yeah.
Let's see what the flag is for. Is that an illegal fair catch signal at that point if you don't catch it on fly?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is an illegal touch. So I believe you have to, illegal fair catch call. So that'll set Montgomery up defensively.
So is it illegal, though, because he went and touched it after it bounced? Because you see it all the time in the NFL where they call the fair catch but let it bounce at the 5-yard line.
Right. I think once you signal for it, you have to go catch it, and he did not. So here's Scotch Plains, and they'll go jet sweep on the first play of the game. And it's going to be a pretty nice gain out to the 16-yard line. That's going to be a first down. A great, you want to talk about great high school football names. Matt Power.
Oh.
That's a great football name.
I mean, if you're going to have Power as your name, hopefully you can back it up, though.
Well, he's one for one.
In that play, it was indicative of some power. Although he did get outside, it was more speed.
Weston Fisher, the 6-foot, 175-pound junior. And they will go jet sweep again, and a great job of gang tackling in the backfield. Jackson Bullock held him up, and then Benitez finished him off.
It's a great way to finish, man. That's because he looked like he was going to bounce off that first tackle, but then was able to get support from his teammates and make the play in the backfield.
Kadar Jackson tried to find the edge that time, and it just wasn't happening. So I think that Scotch Plains obviously trying to test Montgomery laterally, and the discipline to see who stays at home. That one kind of, though, got blown up before it even got started. 4 minutes gone by in quarter number one. And here's motion again from Power, and this will be Fisher. He slings it out to the right, and Benitez is right there to break it up as, again, he looked for Power. And I think maybe Alex, had he realized that, how close he was to intercepting that ball, maybe he puts a hand up.
Yeah, he was just looking to break that one up, but it was a great play, good hustle, really quick to get to the ball. He's got great closing speed. I mean, obviously speed all over the place, but just to be able to get in there and break it up was very very good.
3rd down and 14 coming up for Scotch Plains. So we'll see what the Raiders have dialed up here on 3rd and long.
Going to be imagined as some kind of passing play.
You are just a savant. Here's Fisher. He's going to load up and throw up the seam, and that one is too tall for everybody. Looking that time for Justin Pastor, a 6'2", 180-pound senior. If you could draw up a wide receiver in a lab, that's what you pretty much do, right? 6'2", 180, and
when you make it on like franchise mode in the video game.
Pretty much.
Right.
So the Montgomery defense holds serve, and barring something bananas happening, they're going to be set up with pretty good field position. Power is also the punter. A lot of P words today. He gets it away and tries to angle it away from Jenkins, but he fields it at the Cougar 49. And Jenkins just puts his head down, and he gets inside the 40 to about the 36. So stellar field position to start for Montgomery.
Yeah, that was right. He didn't try to do anything special. He realized that he was outnumbered, and he kind of just put his shoulder down, went to as far to the sideline as he could, and got some solid yards.
Raiders 37-yard line, first down and 10 Montgomery.
You get a look at our sideline camera. I'm got to tell you, Pogue, I'm not hating this.
No, it's pretty nice. Eamon's a quick learner.
Not hating it. Internet latency, we'll deal with that for some cool stuff. Hopefully when we get inside, it'll be a little bit better. So here's Schmelzer's second drive of the game. He's looking out to his left. He's loading up. He's throwing deep up the left side. That's way up ahead of Benitez. And Alex actually, listen, you take that flag. I get it. That's actually a great play by Alex Benitez. A great play from Benitez because Scotch Plains had an absolute beat on that. Quinn Jackson was going to pick that ball off. And instead, Benitez is going to pick up a pass interference penalty. But that's fine.
But yeah, keeps the ball. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, you'll take that any day of the week. So it backs Montgomery way up.
Taking some shots though.
Now penalty's going to back the Cougars up to their own 48-yard line.
First and a mile for the Cougs, but we'll see if they can get some of it back here.
So I'm guessing run and play right here. Just reestablish it.
See how our own Tony Romo does on this one. Failure.
Nope.
Schmelzer again goes to Benitez. Alex is going to get some yardage back as he just runs through a couple of Scotch Plains defenders.
I mean, if yours was a lateral, so's that one.
Right? Oh my gosh! Really?
Absolutely.
Outside.
Absolutely.
Tim Bartholomew is outside his mind, folks.
20.
It is what it is.
Second and a long way to go.
You okay there, Poke? No? Maybe not?
Maybe.
This will be Benitez on the inside draw, and he is tripped up after another gain of about 5.
Benitez on the carry, stopped by number 6, Damon Schumann.
We'll see. See what happens now here on 3rd and long.
So like 3rd and 15.
Pug, what's your concern here, my friend?
The live ability that we have right now.
He's not there?
Possibly.
Didn't check that out, huh?
Well, did, but not on Wi-Fi.
That would have been a good place to check it.
Well, we'll see what happens here in a second. Here's Schmelzer. Looking, throwing up the right side. Jenkins is getting behind the defender. Can he get there? He can! Caught! Touchdown! Mark Jenkins! Schmelzer found him. Let's take another look real quick. You see it here, 3rd and 15. Schmelzer got it all. He went up the right side. Jenkins just ran under it, caught it at the 4, fell into the end zone. No problem there.
That was solid. Great play.
Boy, what a difference this passing game makes. What a stinking difference. I mean,
yeah.
You got to love that.
Oh, man, I feel like my voice cracked on that one, too. I was like, oh, just kind of pooch kicked it through, but got it.
We'll take it.
Makes the score with 5:56 remaining in the
What a
first
great
period
play.
of play. Montgomery 7, Scotch Plains 0.
Well, you know what? Let's take a break while we take a look at this anyway. 7-0 Cougs. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to the MIRE. Apologize for whatever technical difficulties YouTube was giving us here. We'll bring, as you can see here in a second, Montgomery is leading Scotch Plains 7-0 as we're 5:55 to go in the first quarter. And we'll bring you the touchdown, which was pretty amazing here in a second. Don't have any clue what YouTube's issue was there. But got it all figured out as Scotch Plains comes out to the 35 to start. So let's take a look at that touchdown here. You get a look on 3rd and 15. Schmelzer all the way up the right sideline to Mark Jenkins, who just ran his way under that lofting football, and into the end zone he went. So a great start for Montgomery.
Yeah, and I mean, what a big play. I mean, a lot of times you feel like the fade on the right side or left side. I don't feel like that's a great play unless you got like one of those really tall, kind of fast receivers. And Jenkins he's a great receiver, but not one that I would typically run the fade with. And he did an excellent job catching that.
Lest anyone think that we will leave you hanging, all our crack production staff did here today was make more work for themselves later. Has a great play in the backfield as Anthony Robinson, the 5'10" senior, was stopped for a loss. And when I say our crack production staff, I just really mean Pogue.
Yeah, staff is a plural. There is one.
That is a blatant lie today, as a matter of fact.
Is it not?
We have more.
We
staff.
have a staff.
What?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, there would have been a great segue if you went live on the on-field camera that we have going on today. But as you get a look at it here, as Scotch Plains is getting set to run its second down play. But technology's finally caught up with our visions. So we have some on-field camera today as we're going to get a completion out to the right side. And Scotch Plains able to get a lot of that yardage back, that time complete to Justin Pastor. But to finish that thought from before, Pogue will re-upload this whole game, and you'll get the pregame show and all of what you missed in the first quarter. So if you want to head back on MIREradio.com tomorrow and check out the football playlist, that'll be updated.
I guess that's indicative my wife isn't watching the game. She would have.
I would say so.
We're going to have to give her a hard time. We're like, oh, hey, how'd you like the first quarter?
See, I blame myself for this. You know what I feel like right now? Yeah, you've all seen The Sandlot, right? You've all seen The Sandlot.
Yeah,
I'll get back to the Sandlot analogy in a second. As we go second down, look out for the blitz here from the Cougs. It's going to be play action. They roll to the left, trying to zing it out that way. Oh, and might have been an interception if only Paul Romano knew that he actually was in great position.
Yeah, he was.
But so if you think about the Sandlot and then the vacuum cleaner incident, when the beast chomps down on the hose of the vacuum and it explodes in the treehouse.
Yeah.
And then is it Timmy Timmons or Tommy Timmons? One of the Timmonses comes out of the treehouse because he couldn't get out of there, and he shakes all the dust off of his hat.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Hold on.
It's going to take a
I promise. The punt for Scotch Plains is Jenkins just couldn't get to that. So a good punt to keep it away from Jenkins, and Montgomery will start inside its own 20. Timmy or Tommy Timmons, whichever one of them it was, comes out, shakes all the vacuum cleaner dirt off his hair as he pulls his hat off, and he says, I blame myself for this. That's how I feel right now. I feel like Timmy or Tommy Timmons, whichever one of them it was.
that was a really long build-up.
That was a build-up before that.
I got a little complacent.
You trusted me. You trusted me. Big mistake.
I stopped trusting.
Well, the good news is I don't blame anyone but you ever. So well, or Pogue.
Yeah. But see, it's normal now, though.
It's certainly not my fault. I don't get to touch the toys.
I promise, MIRE fans, I will be the one to screw it up from here on out. Schmelzer's going to give to Benitez, a little trap play on the inside. Man, he finishes runs, doesn't he? Matt Power and Anthony Robinson, two guys that are pretty important, cogs in their offense as we get another look at it here. Just watch him put his head down. Two guys go back about 3 yards. And you know what? Timmy can assess that because he was a little puny defensive back too, who got pushed back 2 and 3 yards at a time. That as the game goes on, that wears on you.
Yeah, but I'm not going high ever. So
you had a little more sense than that as a puny defensive back.
So,
here's Schmelzer again. He's going to give to Alex. He bounces off of the backside of his line, and he's dropped back beyond the 20. So
yeah, just
couple
good
steps
job
forward.
by them to get outside and wrap them up.
Stop by Power.
Couple of steps forward to go a couple of steps backwards. Now, you know, you've seen in the NFL teams like the Bills, you know, when they play certain teams, just say, well, listen, we're not even going to try to run because they're so bad defending the pass. If Scotch Plains is going to sell out to stop the run, why not? I mean, pass till they adjust.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to run to make sure that.
As Schmelzer will zip it out that way, and incomplete as McManus was upended on the bit of a high throw.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. He just kind of left it a little high. And as a receiver, that's always a precarious position to be in. When it's high and you got to jump up and expose your ribs and all the parts that hurt when you get a helmet on it.
Did you ever, as we saw Lucas Zapansky walking off the field there, did you ever talk to him this week about his?
No, I didn't catch him, but I have that clip saved.
This is a football season in the fall for counselors like Matt and I. This is the one super busy time of the year. So, you know, to call somebody down as a fair catch signal is called for and made it to 41. That it's a little tough to have as much fun as we want to have this time of year because
they think you're calling them down for college apps, and you're like, remember when you were pulling the guys off the pile?
It was very funny though.
Yeah,
and effective.
A month from now, we'll have a little more room to play with. And
yeah, you guys got to be busy. I know this is a big time, college committing, and
that's going to be a natural segue for you, Tim. After
oh
this
yeah,
play.
I'm not going to announce anything until.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Well, we can still congratulate you on a successful day yesterday.
Yeah, the girls cross-country team won the county championship, and the boys got second.
Deep shot up the left side, caught, complete, touchdown. Wow, what a strike. Weston Fisher up the left side, and that one was pretty easy. Damon Schumann, the 6'1", 180-pound senior, walks in for 6.
Yeah. Big plays by both teams, man. It's not the ground and pound anymore. It's how much can you get, how fast can you get it.
Scotch Plains on to try the extra point. That's a heck of a throw up the left side from Weston Fisher.
An almost identical play to what we ran to score a touchdown.
Yeah. Great separation by Schumann. Good snap and good hold, and the extra point is blocked.
Great block. Was that neat? No, that's Benitez again.
Benitez coming off the edge. Let's take another look at it here from the on-field level. Technology working to our advantage for once in our life. As you see Alex just fly off the edge, and Montgomery will hang on to the lead because of it.
That was a great job. Special teams makes a huge difference in games. You know, field position obviously, and then if you're able to get some points stolen away.
No doubt about that. You know, you get a sense of how a game is going to go in high school, you know, a lot easier than, you know, higher level football sometimes. This one's been pretty fun so far. I hope that this keeps up.
Yeah, and like it's been very evenly matched. You know, like both teams are doing well in regards to what they've been able to accomplish this season.
Yeah.
Eubanks and Jenkins back for the Cougars to return.
You hear Montgomery PA announcer Bill Dominic in the background doing a great job.
That's where the professionals go. Leave the amateur stuff to the MIRE.
When do you think we're going to graduate out of amateur style?
I don't know.
I don't know. You mean when we like actually send the YouTube thing live? This is a pooch kick. This is going to be tough.
Oh,
and
no.
Scotch Plains might have this. Yep.
The kick is recovered.
Oh no! Wow.
It is.
Oh. The official pointed in the direction of Montgomery playing offense, and now the near side. That's what I think Zoram was looking for. A
clarification.
Yeah. Man, 2 weeks in a row, you see the Montgomery special teams.
You know, I just said it. Special teams makes a huge difference. This is a big momentum shift here.
Can the Bear fire himself? Is that a thing? Right? He's coaching the special teams now?
He could demote himself.
I guess. If he throws his keys down and walks off, that would be remarkable.
Looking to some guidance from the sideline.
So let's see if Montgomery's defense can step up to the task. Here's Robinson. He looks for daylight around the edge, and he's got it. And he steps through Jenkins, still on his feet, and some powerful running to the 27-yard line as Benitez, you see him there upset with himself. But you see why Anthony Robinson averages over 100 yards a game.
Yeah, he was just able to get to the outside, and the defensive end wasn't able to keep the corner. And once you get that kind of space, it's hard to stop.
So a first down for Scotch Plains, and it'll be Robinson again looking for the edge. Makes a man miss in the backfield and gets a couple. One of the captains, Jalen McDaniel.
So our defense has stepped up a number of times this year. This is a big opportunity for them because they need to change the momentum from where it's going.
Weston Fisher will throw it out to the right side, and
some flags down.
They're going to say false start. And Montgomery needed that, huh?
It was big.
Montgomery needed that.
It's going to make it second and long.
It's going to bring up a second down and 11 for the Raiders. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line of Montgomery.
And today was a throwback to the days when we really were concerned about more things than like the scoreboard working, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually broadcasting to the audience.
We hadn't thought about that in a while.
Oh. I can't. I got to stop thinking in movie quotes because I swear to God, every time like somebody says something, I thought of something from Days of Thunder right there. You know what I mean? Another one that zero children in the high school have ever seen. Maybe their parents have. Here's Fisher. He finds a little hole in the zone, and he completes it for a first down to Kadar Jackson. So that one was a little too easy.
It was a good job breaking on the ball and making them tackle immediately, but, 2 stops, that's all it takes right now, because you imagine they're going to go for it on fourth down. I mean, or they kick a field goal. I don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but after that last one got blocked, I would imagine this is 4-down territory.
See if the Cougar defense can stiffen. I thought there was movement again, but
nice job to get into the backfield.
Gavin Guidetti in the backfield, and he blows Robinson up. Let's take another look at that there.
Takes him back for a yard loss.
Watch Guidetti just, and you know what it really was? That was Liam McManus. Can we see that again, Pogue? Watch 6 here. There's 2 blitzers through the B gap, and the first guy through was McManus at 6, and he ate up the guard, and then that allowed Guidetti to come through and make the play. So fourth down.
Imagine we're passing here, trying to get the hard count to make him jump.
Let's see what Fisher's got dialed up.
Little swing pass.
They do. Throw it out here to the left. It is caught.
Great job.
No dice on fourth down. Keith Holloway.
And they're moving the. Oh, wow. They're giving it to him.
They gave that to him? Wow.
Wow. Well, that's called a sticks pattern.
That is tough.
You run to the sticks, and then you stop to get that first down, and they must have gave it to him. I thought that he did a great job closing on him, but I was.
That's wow, that's tough. I really thought that was a stop. But in any event, we've played 12. 1 full quarter, as it were. Although you only got to see half of it. Listen, we're off to a great MIRE beginning here. 1 quarter in the books. It's a pink out at Montgomery. Cougars lead at 7-6. We'll be right back. You're caught in the MIRE. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew working the PlayStation over there.
Yeah, buddy.
Expertly, I might add.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Here's a first down run for Robinson. A little stutter step into the middle, and he's yanked back after a gain of 5. Got a little on-field camera action for you here today as well, as we get a look at that. Camera latency, obviously an issue as we're fairly far away from the Wi-Fi, but still pretty darn good, I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for what we're going to be able to do in basketball. So second down, it's Robinson again, and streaking into the backfield. That time was Andre Sumalon.
Yeah, but there's one of these on the floor, on the field.
Got a flag.
Yep.
We'll get another look at it here as Andre just firing through.
All right, holding.
There's a hold on Scotch Plains, so that'll back them up.
Holding against the offense.
And that's too big of a penalty just to take the loss down, you know?
Oh, you're far too close here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think even if you got 2 or 3 yards there, you know, in high school, it's not like that's an automatic 3 points the way it would be at the higher levels.
Exactly. I mean, right at this point, we don't even know if they would attempt a field goal, you know?
I would also like to point out that at least one of our viewers was aware of my Days of Thunder reference, okay, because I just got a text message. So there's at least 2 of us that are old.
Was it Griff?
It was Griff. Here's a handoff on the inside. Some misdirection, I would say, on the pre-snap, which I think is always a good thing in high school. We've beaten that one like a dead horse. So Zorn taking that penalty, that's about a 7 or an 8 yard difference.
Yep.
In the third down play. Scotch Plains quickly to the line of scrimmage. Fisher throws, caught, complete, and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and short.
Yeah, really close to the first down.
Good job by Nino Spera.
Just spot him a little farther back than I thought they were that he got. So.
Yeah, I agree. So here it is, 4th down. It's Robinson. He's looking for it, and I don't think he's got it this time. I think they're short.
Swallowed him up.
And this one I don't even think is close. I think they stopped him at least a yard short.
Yeah, perfect. Good job. Just another time that the defense has come up huge, you know?
Yep. Cougar D holding serve and hanging on to that lead. It's been a more productive passing game than running game both directions.
I'm sure Cardi's loving that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, because that's where that's where he wants to go with the ball, but he's also very good at play calling, so he knows when he needs to run.
Sean Cardi, a former wide receiver for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, if anybody didn't know that. Schmelzer's going to go under center this time, and they're going to give to Benitez straight ahead. He spins off of a tackle, and he's able to pick up about 4 or 5.
Yeah, nice little spin move.
That's you know, you don't see that a ton. Let's look at that again there, Pug. In traffic, in the middle of the field, the spin move. You know, usually you see that little stutter step here, but how about that?
It's good. It's a good to be able to break tackles, you know, just kind of get you a little bit more space to move.
Full house backfield, and it's Benitez. Again, doing the hard work. He's right near a first down, and they're going to give it to him. So back-to-back carries for the big man, number 2, the school's all-time leading rusher. He's rushed for over 2,000 yards in his career, and he does it all himself there.
Are you keeping track? See if he gets close to 125?
Absolutely not. I'm just making sure we're actually broadcasting. All right,
Yeah.
I said I was going to stop. I'll stop.
You're not gonna. That's fine.
It's all right. We all
First
make
and
mistakes, Pogue.
Well, yeah. What else would this be?
Yeah.
It's fair.
Like agreeing to work with Glock. You know?
Yeah.
That's our-
Biggest mistake of your lives. Here's play action. Schmelzer just flips it out into the flat, and Benitez has it as he leaked out. And a nice completion for another first down. Man, you talk about how difficult something like that is for a sophomore. He knows he's going to get decked
I know.
on this play.
It's impressive. I mean, in the last game and this one so far, I've been impressed with his composure because there's a lot of times with being young and inexperienced that he could have, made a lot of mistakes. But he's really impressive in his decision making.
First down, a high snap. He comes down with it, and he gives it to Benitez. Alex still on his feet somehow magically, and he's going to get himself back to the line of scrimmage.
I know. Is that the whole team right there? Whole Scotch Plains right there trying to make that tackle?
Seriously.
Everyone gets an 11th of that tackle.
You see how difficult Benitez is to bring down, though. I guess that.
I mean, if the first guy didn't get a handful of jersey, he would have been able to get at least 5-6 more yards on that play.
Second down and long for the Cougs. Schmelzer throwing out to his right, and that is incomplete. A little too tall for Eddie Kian. So it'll bring up third down.
All right, big play here. We got to get at least half of them back to even think about going for it, but I don't even think even then we would.
See the old school nature of Schmelzer coming to the sideline to get the play from Carty. That's just one of those things that used to happen all the time in a lot of different levels, as a matter of fact. But now with on-field communication systems in college and the pros, it's a little different. So Michael will load up and throw up the right side. He's looking for Benitez, and Alex comes down with the ball.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, but interfered with for sure.
Yeah, does get the flag, which is equally as good.
That's a big foul. It's not like the NFL. It's not a spot foul, so it's not as big a gainer as you'd think, but
big enough.
Gonna move the chains. Let's look at it again. Man, you really got to be impressed with Schmelzer's ability to push the ball down the field.
And that's going to be enough for another Montgomery Cougars.
So the ball is going to get spotted. Looks like it was an odd walk-off. I think the officials walked it off erroneously, and now they just need to fix it. That's all.
Well, let's hope that's the case.
Somebody's got to get a hold of this.
Someone's got to get the chain.
Oh, well, you know what? That was it. The original line of scrimmage was the 30, so now they're at the 45. That's the correct play.
The chain gang wasn't on the same page as the officials. That's all that there was.
Correct. Moving the sticks with that pass interference, and it'll be Schmelzer again. Good protection, loading up, throwing down the seam, and a little bit too tall. As looked like that time he was going for Liam McManus. Liam of the home run ball last weekend at Franklin.
I mean, they're taking some shots today, man. They're not holding back at all.
No. And that was a very pro-style play as well. And I like it. You saw play action on the jet motion, play action up the middle. Schmelzer turning his back to the field. That's a tough thing for a sophomore to do. It's a tough thing for anybody to do, let alone a sophomore in high school. But it was also the right read. He had one-on-one up the seam, and, as he gets a little older, I suspect that touch is going to come a little bit more, but it was well covered.
I mean, at a high school level, even your elite quarterbacks, you see overthrown a little bit like that. So,
well, hold on. Well, I guess you ask yourself this question, right? If he doesn't overthrow that, it's an interception. That play was probably executed about as well by both the offense and the defense as you really could have been expected, other than to have an amazing completion.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like when you run the fade or whatever, you want to throw it toward the sideline so that if your receiver doesn't catch it, no one else does. And that was good. I mean, it was in the middle of the field. It was a seam, but he threw it so that only they could get it.
Screen attempted there.
Again, though, a great play because he threw it to the receiver, but he threw it on the dirt because even if he completed that, he was going to get a loss. So now no harm, no foul there. I mean, besides the loss of down.
And he didn't ground it. You know, he didn't throw it way out of
no.
bounds or anything like that.
So, I mean, he is above where I would imagine a sophomore should be in his decision-making skills.
No doubt. Completely agree. Here's Schmelzer rolling to his left this time. Turns his hips, squares, throws, caught complete at the 50.
That's a good catch.
Jenkins has it for a nice gain, but not enough for a first down, so it'll bring up a punting situation.
I mean, that always impresses me, those like roll to your left side, your weak side, and still be able to make a nice catch or a nice throw rather and catch.
Benitez back to punt. Power back to return.
Little amoeba defense there on the punt as Benitez gets it away. A nice kick sky high as Power will retreat. And now he can't get it. It's going to take a Cougar bounce. Can they stop it before it gets in the end zone? Yes, they can.
Nice
Down at the 1 yard line.
Inside the 5.
A fantastic play down there by Zach Antithottum.
Great play by Zach.
Take a look at it there. Selling out to down that ball before it gets into the end zone. And, man, you see what happens on those special teams misplays, baby. Just go up and catch the ball.
Special teams has been a big part of this game.
Big time. Big time part of this game. Gave Scotch Plains an extra possession on that pooch kick on the kickoff. And now they're backed all the way up.
Yeah.
And, you know, Montgomery's been in the backfield quite a lot today, so.
Let's see it. Let's get everybody. I imagine send the house, man. Horses.
They go under center.
Oh, here it comes.
McManus was walking up into the A-gap, and Fisher ends up giving them a little bit of breathing room as he falls forward to the 5.
You know, it's good, though. It's almost, to me, almost a wasted play. You know, you're trying to make some space, so now you got 2 downs to get 10.
Second down and 8. Raiders.
So maybe they feel a little more comfortable with that amount of room. But regardless, Fisher's going to stay under center. He's got a reach on the stretch handoff, and Robinson is going to be out of bounds.
Robinson on the carry. Stop by McManus.
So good enough for a first down.
Picks up a Raiders first down on the carry. Ball will be spotted at the 18-yard line. It's going to be a first down and 10, Scotch Plains.
Both teams playing pretty well here in this one.
Yeah. I mean, Scotch Plains is doing a decent job running the ball, you know. I mean, obviously their score came on a nice pass play, but have been setting the tone with the run.
Anthony Robinson,
On
the senior running back, gets another couple of yards, about 3.
Yep.
Keeps the clock rolling.
Most of their success has been on the outside, so I imagine at halftime, Coach Milich will talk to his defensive ends about setting the edge and making sure that they're turning everything back inside. Because when they have, it's only been 2 3-yard carries.
6:37 remaining in the second quarter.
This game's going quick. Only 6:30 left in the first half.
So we'll see what Fisher's got dialed up. He's going to try to dial it up. And there's a push-off there, and there's not going to be a flag. Absolutely a push-off at midfield. I'd be losing my mind.
There it is. But
finally.
Let's see what it is, though, because it came so late.
That's got to be offensive PI. We have that again. Let's see that again here, Pogue. As the officials talk it over. As you look up the left side, look at right there. Just enough contact to create separation. And now we'll see what the officials have to say about it. And
it's against Montgomery.
No, they're going to say personal foul against the Cougars. That flag came in so late.
Yeah, that was my worry.
And you talk about a difference, you know, that penalty coming back, you know, bringing the ball back versus the catch completion, and then
what was the personal foul?
I
was
don't
it
know.
on the hit? on the second hit, he was still running. I mean, what did they want them to do?
I would love to be able to tell you on that one. I really don't know.
I kind of think that was not really a great call.
Fisher swings it out, and
there you go.
Robinson's dumped in the backfield. That's a huge hit out there
nice hit.
by Charlie Post.
That's right. Get them riled up, man. I feel like they got a bad call against them, and now they're going to, play with a little more fire.
Wow. 2nd and 14. So we'll see. Cougars can keep this momentum going here.
I mean, they just got to get another stop. They've done it before. They're going to get a timeout here.
They'll call a timeout. So finally, after a while, we'll take a timeout with them. Montgomery hanging on to this lead about halfway through quarter number 2. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience.
Timeout, Scotch playing.
Welcome back to the mire. Out of a timeout, 2nd down and long, coming for Scotch Plains. As Robinson, wow, what a tackle on the outside by Jalen McDaniel. If McDaniel doesn't make that stop, that's a huge gainer, because as we look at it again, watch the two Cougars fly up the field here past the, Robinson makes these two guys miss coming off the edge, so Montgomery is outnumbered on the back end. You see everybody flowing to the ball late there. That was going to be a huge gain. So a great job by McDaniel, brings up 3rd and long. Here's Fisher. He's going to load and throw to the right. It's knocked up in the air. Oh, and incomplete. Benitez couldn't find it in time to make a play on the ball.
I tried to guess where the ball was going when it got knocked up.
It's all good. So 4th down for Scotch Plains. This is a ripe area for fake.
Yeah. I just got a text message from some viewers that said that it was a terrible call at the for the personal foul.
I would agree.
Jenkins to return.
I'm just harping on it.
I'm with you. Scotch Plains gets it away. A short kick out to the left, and they're really trying to stay away from Jenkins, and he tries to call poison. Now dangerously picks it up inside the 10-yard line. You don't advise that. It ended up working out, but
yeah,
All
right, well, another great defensive stance by the Cougars.
Get a look at Sean Carty as he gets his offense set to roll. Montgomery, after, actually I should say both teams, after a pretty hot offensive start, sputtering a little bit, but the Cougar defense certainly doing its job.
Yeah, I just feel offensively we've been shooting ourselves in the foot with some minor mistakes here and there, but big enough to impact the drive enough to make it be a turnover.
See if the Cougs can get anything going here consistently in this drive. 4:50 to go in the half.
It would go a long way to get a touchdown on this series and be able to go into the half up substantially.
It's Benitez looking for a hole.
Good cutback. And then gets driven back.
I would have preferred, he looked for, peeked around the corner there for some daylight. I think at that point you got to just go.
I don't know. I don't think it was there, and the cutback wasn't significant enough that it made him lose yards. It just gave him a little bit more space. You know, hindsight's 20/20. Though.
Yeah, no doubt. So second down and a little more than 10 to go. And up the middle they go, and that's a really nice gain, about 9 yards.
Brought down by Power.
Short of the line to gain, so it'll be a big third down coming for Montgomery.
Sorry, Pogo, I was getting beat up by a mosquito.
I know, that's the green flies and the mosquitoes were killing me. I just stepped outside the booth to check out this play.
Yeah, I'm like messing up the camera work because I'm trying not to get eaten alive.
It's Benitez powering his way forward. He's going to be short of the first down, but that's really close.
It's going to be.
He's at about the 14 and a half.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, do you have the what's to go for this year?
Yeah.
Unless you try to draw him offside.
I mean, obviously that's what you would try to do, I mean, I might line up in a play like I'm going for a fourth, do a hard count, take a timeout.
You know what? In the new world where Justin Herbert and Brandon Staley are going for 4th and 7s all day long, and without a problem, put 2 under center and just have them put you. And you got 77 and 2. There's 2 guys I trust there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last time I looked, 77 weighs 310 pounds. Tell him to lean forward and sneeze, and
In high school, we had what we called our heavy package, and that was when Dan Copen played for us I played for the same high school as him, and we would take him out of off the offensive line and give him the ball, and he would get 2 yards every time because who's going to tackle a 320-pound guy?
Benitez kicks it away. This is a monster kick. Holy mackerel. That one bounced at the 37.
Great job. Man, special teams really just dictating the pace of this game. It's been amazing what both teams have been able to do.
From the line of scrimmage, that traveled 47 yards in the air. So Benitez, was 10 yards behind that. There was 57 yards of air distance on that kick.
Kid's got a leg.
That's not to try to make too big deal out of a punt, but that was a monster.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You gotta, admire things that are impressive, whether they be passes, runs, or punts. And that was impressive.
You talk about changing the field. Scotch Plains expecting to get the ball on the plus side of the field. What a weapon Benitez is. Here's jet sweep to the left. And this is going to turn into a nice gain, and a big hit on the sideline is going to draw a flag.
Another personal foul.
It looked like Nino Spera again over there on the sideline. And I think they're going to call a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah. So another penalty, just big penalties that have been giving Scotch Plains great field position. Defense is having to, play catch up, and they've so far been able to make big plays, but I don't know if that's sustainable.
It was actually Jenkins who came in for the hit. So, ball now already on the plus side of the field for Scotch Plains.
Another jet sweep.
It's Power this time.
Gets tripped up.
Nice tackle in the backfield by Guidetti, but Power fell forward for about 3 yards.
Tripped up on the play.
So that's a good stop. All right. Big series here, though, because you definitely don't want them to go into the half with a score.
Raiders and Fisher look to the left, throw complete first down.
Nice
and
tackle.
Another tackle made out there by Benitez. No shocker there, but Scotch Plains on the march with 2 minutes to go in the half.
And they've been doing the Scotch Plains has been doing a great job just running the hitch route. You know, that's really been their bread and butter in their passing game, and it's been getting them substantial yards.
Jet sweep again, coming to the near side this time. Montgomery stringing him out.
I'm sorry.
Great tackle. And Guidetti there to push him out of bounds, but this one's going to come back, I think, for a hold.
Flag on the play.
That was spotty Cameron work right there.
Get eaten by a fly?
Looks like a hold against the offense.
Continually. I don't know I don't know why there's so many mosquitoes out. It's like,
you're just a sweet guy, Tim.
yeah.
That will move the ball back.
That's what my man last weekend said to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Live crowd didn't hear that. Part of our pregame.
I don't think
That
they
was
needed
probably for the
to.
better.
Yeah.
You could listen to it in the re-upload tomorrow morning.
I'm getting compliments. That's all that you need to know.
A lot of compliments last weekend when we went to dinner after the win.
A
lot of I was a little uncomfortable personally just because of all the attention you were getting, but
yeah, Glock is used to being the guy that gets all the attention, you know.
It's all about me, man.
It's not used to us old guys.
I'm older than you jerk.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
I just wanted to remind everyone.
All right. Here's Fisher. He throws, and that is dropped. What a turn of events, because Matt Power was going to be down the field and close to, if not picking up the first down. And that was a well-thrown ball from Weston Fisher.
Second down and 25, ball at the 49.
And, you know, really, in the world of high school football, that throw, there was bracket coverage there between the corner and the safety.
Honestly,
he put it right on him.
Honestly, you couldn't throw that ball any better. I mean, and it hit his hands.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one when you're watching film, he kind of like, he's going to duck his head under and hope coach doesn't rip him too bad.
So here's a very long second down. As you see Power in motion again there. And Weston Fisher will throw. He's chased. He's going to be sacked. Back inside the 40-yard line.
That's a big hit.
Andre Sumalan.
Big play by Montgomery.
Look at Andre here as you see it again. He comes right off the edge. The left tackle absolutely stood no chance.
Tell you what, those are the hardest ones because you want to be like, if he does throw it, be able to catch the throw, but also be able to catch the sack.
If we switch to the metric system, this would be third down and 2.6 kilometers for a first down.
Let me get one of my cross-country runners out there. Seriously. Let's do it.
Everybody always told me as a kid, like, the metric, like, just wait, the metric system's coming. It's so much easier than the crap that we use. Like, I feel like I was lied to by people like you. My fifth grade teacher.
I would never claim that.
It was another time.
It was another
time back then.
I mean, it is more universal.
It's true. It's true. I think it was one of those things that maybe like the Americans all were waiting for the rest of the world to just adapt what we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, arrogantly like we have with the English language.
Yeah.
But that worked out somehow.
You know?
Like, you can kind of go anywhere and speak English to people, but metric system, not so much. So third and forever for Scotch Plains. And they're just going to keep it on the ground. And Fisher hands off.
Another good stop.
Yeah, another big loss. That time for Anthony Robinson. Montgomery gets another timeout with 51.6.
So we get a decent field position with less than a minute left. I think was that our second timeout?
I believe it was. So, you know, you're hoping for a good kick here. You know what I would do if I was Montgomery? I would actually put two guys back on the return. If you're not going to go after the kick, because they've been really content to try to kick away from Jenkins. So I would, you know, I mean, what do you want here? You want a return on this play because,
or a block.
Well, yeah, but so either you're sending everybody or you do what you have to do to get a return, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I was always a big go after the punt guy. That's my lone claim to fame in high school. I blocked a whole bunch of punts.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I was the wing guy, so I would just come off of it, and I was pretty quick. So, In our district championship, I blocked two punts, one for a touchdown, and then the other one resulted in a field goal, and we ended up winning by 7.
It's what we call impactful plays, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I was only a special teams guy, so I wasn't that impressive.
Yeah. Power gets it away. This is actually a pretty decent kick, but Jenkins is going to be able to return it. He fields it on a hop at the 29, and he turns it up the field, and he's out of bounds right about the 45. So that's about as good as you feel like you could have done if you're Montgomery.
Yeah, so you're saying there's a chance.
This has been the one time of the game, it seems like that Montgomery's been pretty consistently able to pop off some big plays, right?
I know, and 42 seconds is more time than you think, so.
You know, in high school when you're able to get those first downs and the clock stops.
And you don't have to get it to the end zone. I mean, Benitez has a leg. You can give him a chance to make a field goal.
So let's see what the sophomore can do. He's going to throw over the middle, and wow, what a catch in traffic.
Got to get on the line, though.
Nino Spera picks up the first down. That's about as tough a catch as we've seen a Montgomery receiver make over the middle all year.
That's just great concentration. Excellent job by Nino.
Look at Schmelzer getting everybody where they need to be. They had 2 plays called at the line of scrimmage. He rolls and throws, and again complete to Jenkins. Another first down at the 30.
So that is some solid. That was a solid 10 seconds of football.
Wow, the poise of the sophomore Mike Schmelzer.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
Now,
First down and 10.
I got to say, if what we heard was true going into last week, that the quarterback competition between Schmelzer and Probaka was really close, then do we have like another one of these on the bench? Yeah. Because, I mean, this is about as well as you could expect a quarterback to play, let alone a sophomore quarterback making only his second start. Here's Schmelzer again. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver. Open, caught, out of bounds.
I mean, they're playing a little bit of soft coverage, which at this point, 17 seconds. Just don't let him get into the end zone. But I mean, I'd give Benitez a kick. You know, what do you have to lose?
I think you'd love to get inside the 20 before you do that.
100%. But there's 17 seconds left, and you have a timeout. Then you got 2 plays before you got a kick.
And you got to think
Alex
is
throwing incompletion.
Yeah, you got to think Alex has got some confidence going, and that's what you couldn't have.
Yeah,
it was the one thing you couldn't have.
Get that timeout.
Well, so timeout for the Cougs with 10 seconds to go.
Well, now it's max protect and get a fade into the end zone or something like that.
So, dare I put on my prognostication hat again?
Naked boot?
No.
No?
This, to me, is begging for a downfield reverse. Everybody's expecting you to throw the ball to the end zone, right? You run a deep crosser to somebody who's probably going to be running fairly uncovered in the middle of the field just because everybody's defending against the end zone. Give it a little flip to a guy coming back across the other way. I mean, not that.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
Right. I mean, this just feels like that kind of distance where, it's not really at all.
Well,
Schmelzer's got the arm.
You look at over there. You got Benitez on the left. If you throw a quick pass to him, and as long as you're making sure you throw it backwards, you get a double pass here.
It'll be Schmelzer. He's just going to load up and throw it up there. 1-on-3 for Benitez. The ball, oh my gosh, hit Benitez in the hands somehow magically and falls incomplete. Holy cow. That one had to make
that doesn't look good.
Them nervous.
On the sideline.
What happened? I missed it.
Benitez is holding his shoulder.
No bueno on that.
Hopefully it's just a little stinger.
What it does leave is time for one more play for Montgomery with 4 seconds to go. Man, you think Montgomery's got faith in Benitez? Alex, I know there's going to be 4 guys over there, but just, don't worry about it.
You throw to your best player.
Schmelzer's going to roll to his right this time, and now he uncorks the deep one for the end zone. And it is going to be nearly picked off, but knocked down, and that is going to take us to the half. So some cajoling in both directions. But despite it all, the Cougs are going to head to the locker room with a 1-point lead as we show you the touchdown pass from Mike Schmelzer to Mark Jenkins, and that's the Cougar points on the evening. The impressive hookup. We'll be back. Some statistics and analysis coming up right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew with you as we're getting ready to start the second half. It was a couple of big plays, one each direction. Mark Jenkins hauling in a long one from the sophomore Mike Schmelzer, and that was the scoring so far. But the defense is really the story of the first half, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I would say special teams and defense is really the story of the first half. Both of them have been doing a great job. Making big plays and stops when needed, and a couple great punts that gave us great field position. Altogether, defense, special teams has been the story.
Yeah, even with the penalties on some of those drives, it's been, you get one penalty and they're pushed back, but then it ends up being 4th and 40, not just the original, 25. So we're putting a whole lot of pressure on.
Yeah. And I think defensively we've been doing a good job stopping Scotch Plains, but again, it's just those penalties that have been giving them good field position, putting our backs against the wall. But they've been doing a great job fighting to get the ball back and not make any big mistakes.
Good news to start the second half as Benitez is back on the field, so no real worse for the wear after that scare of the shoulder injury on that Hail Mary.
Yeah, I mean and that's usually when it happens, right? Like one of those plays where it's not really scripted and it's you're trying to make something happen, but luckily at most it was just a stinger.
Scotch Plains was a little tardy coming out of the locker room. See if that affects them at all.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, listen, if you come out, you're sitting in there, and then you don't really get the warm-up that you might normally, maybe something goes wacky in the first couple of plays.
Second half, clean slate.
Robinson back to return for the Raiders.
So here's Benitez, and he'll put a foot on it, and it's a high end over end kick fielded at the 9. And it'll be a good job covering that kick.
And the pan speed changed on me. I don't know how that happened.
Anthony Robinson run out of bounds at about the 25.
Raiders will start.
All right.
Got yourself figured out over there, Timmy?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right.
All of a sudden, I was like, why is this going so slow?
45-yard line of Scotch Plains.
Getting a look at our on-field camera for the first time this season, something we hope to have as a staple not only this season, but certainly as we move on, and technology being what it is.
Can't wait to see kids running around that thing in the stands.
Multiple cameras.
Gonna get false start.
Yeah.
Big old 78. And that's how Montgomery started the first half.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So Scotch Plains will play from behind the sticks, as Evan Doyle was just a little too anxious to get things rolling.
Same play.
Run until they stop it. Robinson. He runs into a host of Montgomery players in the middle of the line, and he got tripped up almost, it seemed like, before things even got started. As you look at it again here, yeah, he kind of like stumbled into the backfield a little bit. I think he wanted to go to his left, but Brandon Fury had made a mincemeat of,
I love
the guy in front of him.
Fury, like the big guys, their shirts are all untucked and stuff like that, and then you see the cornerbacks, and they're like,
Yeah.
they're still pristine from the game.
Robinson initially hit again by Fury, and then Gavin Guidetti came in and finished him off.
All right, so good first few downs. Big stop here. Get some decent field position.
First creative as the Scotch Plains offense was for a lot of the first half. Not so here in the first couple of plays. Fisher rolls to his right, and Montgomery again gets a big paw on that one.
I'm just curious, if he didn't get a paw on it, was it going to be intercepted?
Yeah, pretty decent coverage there as well. But regardless, Montgomery's going to get off the field.
That's how you want to start a half, man.
Yeah.
You got your 1-point lead, and now hopefully some solid field position, a sustained drive and a score. It would be a perfect start.
Matt Power, low snap. He rolls to him, and it's
It's
blocked.
blocked.
Cougars got a hand on it, and they're going to start things at the 2.
I got to say, I stand corrected. That was the perfect start.
That's
That-
well, what did we talk about so far? Special teams has been the thing
has been
today
story, man.
that really is made the difference in this ball game. And obviously a huge play there for Montgomery.
I mean, special teams in any football game, a lot of times they're the unsung heroes, But every NFL team's got a guy that their specialty is special teams, right? They pay big money to go down and make plays. And it really changes the dynamic of any game if you have a good special teams.
No reason to get creative here, in my opinion. Pat, you're
just-
right. You bring Benitez in at quarterback and you run. Alex is looking for room off the right side, still on his feet, churning into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
How demoralizing is that? You meet him in the backfield and he just drags you into the end zone.
My goodness.
What a
Alex
great
Benitez.
start.
Let's look at it again.
The perfect beginning.
Looked like he was going to get stopped about 3 yards shy of the goal line. He bounced off everybody and pushed his way in for 6.
Not only a great job by him, but for the rest of the offensive line to keep pushing their guys forward. And then
here's the muddle huddle. Snap out to the left. Cadetti's going to walk in for 2.
Oh, perfect start.
That's the first time this season that we've seen the muddle huddle and that they actually executed it to perfection. So Montgomery is now out to a 9-point lead.
That's great. 2 scores is going to take to get back in this game, and the way that our defense has been holding true is that's good news for the Cougars.
Timmy, you were right. It just took an extra week for you to get that 9-point lead and then to go for 2. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's you know what? They watched the MIRE. They listened.
I could virtually assure you that none of that happened. Okay.
Well, I mean, just like you made the perfect play call, I'm going to stick with that. They watched the MIRE and they.
Though I do have to say, we get a look at all the engagement, and for everybody out there, watching, can't thank you enough. I mean, last game at Franklin, we walked out of that game with 815 separate live engagements, from people, and that's, for a school where 1,600 kids go to school, for 800 different clicks into that, that set of just one game, that's fantastic. I'm humbled by that. Benitez
Booming
booms it,
kick.
but that's going to be out of bounds. So boomed it, but it's got to be a little straighter on the boom.
Yeah.
So it'll be good field position for Scotch Plains to start things.
I think what Glock was trying to say earlier, though, is tell your friends about us.
Yeah.
All right, let's get us.
Keep it rolling.
800 is nice. 1,000 is better.
Well, we're about to launch a subscribe campaign as well. We got a whole mess of wristbands, a la Lance Armstrong, without all the corruption and cheating. Like, we put the corruption and cheating on the side and just got the wristbands. So we got MIRE wristbands. I got refrigerator/car magnets.
Oh, I got one of those at my desk at school. It's a good-looking magnet.
If you subscribe and you show us that you subscribed and come up to the booth or come to my office at school. Prove to me you're a subscriber.
You get some
You
swag.
get some swag. Get a bracelet. Get a whatever.
I mean, I like it. I like that idea. You know what? I'm gonna retweet the MIRE on my track and cross country, and all 21 of my viewers might
I was
join.
going to say 31. I was going to say we appreciate the other 31 additions.
You
there.
know, I'm new to the whole Twitter game, so I'm learning.
So the second drive of the half for Scotch Plains yielded a first down. And here's Robinson again, still on his feet, trying to bounce outside. Did a great job to avoid Benitez, who
I know.
flew in there like a bullet.
I mean, like, it's another level. You see him coming in there so fast.
I mean, just look at it again here when you just see a streak come through right there.
Yeah.
Just missed him.
In my mind, I was saying, who's that? And then I answered it immediately.
Duh.
I was like, I didn't even have to see that number 2.
Second down and about 8.
Just, I mean, a great way to start the half, the momentum. And I mean, to me, Scotch Plains almost looks like they're thrown back. You know, they didn't expect that to happen. So they got to keep their foot on the gas here.
Jet sweep, play action. First time for that all night. Fisher's going to throw, and that's complete. Great stutter step move to get a first down and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Matt Power again. That was a pretty nifty move that Power put on.
I was able, I mean, to be able to put on the brakes like that.
Yeah.
That was solid work.
Good job. Thought of another movie reference there. Well, Mighty Ducks, I was going to say. Well, hold off. Mighty Ducks 2.
Flying
use the brakes, baby. First down again for the Raiders. Fisher's going to give to Robinson as he works off the left side for 2 yards. Another nice job by the Montgomery defensive line to hold them up.
Pickup of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a second down and 8.
Yeah, you know, I mean, God forbid that we actually see a different team as the season goes on. I know I've said this before, but, you know, it certainly bears repeating. High school football, college football. I certainly hope teams get better and improve as the season goes on, right? This defensive line has, I mean, the market improvement as the season has gone on there.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were, shabby in the beginning.
Yeah, we were playing really good teams. So, but they've been consistent and they have done well against good teams. So,
Fisher throwing and nearly intercepted again as Jenkins just a little too deep in the secondary, again off the hands of Kadar Jackson. That would have been, Jenkins would have needed his Superman cape on that one. As you see it again here. Another decent job by Fisher, but Jenkins just needed another step and a half or so. I think if you're Scotch Plains, you would have loved to see Fisher, really put his back foot in the ground and not throw that, while he's fading away. But still, that's one of those plays I think I would expect, a catch to be made on.
Yeah, I mean, he's been throwing a little high, but still decent throws.
Fisher, as the blitz comes from the other side, lofts it, throws, and again, too tall. He had an open receiver, again, Damon Schumann.
That's been the mistake tonight. I mean, he's throwing him a little high for his receivers. He's got some tall guys out there, but not tall enough.
So it'll be fourth down, punting situation. I'm kind of surprised they're punting here, aren't you?
I'm surprised too.
I said it before about an area primed for a fake. This is certainly fake punt territory.
Yeah, but
maybe you're trying to get him to jump too and then go.
8 yards is a bit.
It will be a regular old punt. Jenkins will watch as it goes into the end zone. Good decision by Mark on that one. So Montgomery will take over.
Montgomery ball, first down and 10.
Yeah, that's solid. This is a great first part of the second quarter or second half.
You were trying to do the math in your head there,
No,
weren't you?
I was just I
watched you look at the clock.
I wanted to say second half, and I started with the word first. So I was trying to find a way that I could articulate it that I didn't sound like I made a mistake. But thanks for pointing it out to everybody.
Anytime, my friend. That's
You
why I'm
are-
here.
You're a gem.
That's why I'm here. At least we're streaming.
Yeah, buddy.
So a first down for Montgomery. The impressive
Whoa!
ball snapped high, and Schmelzer still on the ground. Rolled over onto it at the 5. And Schmelzer actually needs a sub. He dove on the football.
Yeah, I think it.
Got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, maybe his stomach hurts after that one, is what I'm saying. He got like the point of the ball,
Yeah.
and maybe his stomach or lower.
Just lost the wind there, and you could see the Montgomery coaching staff calling for Garrett Probaka. That's what they always say, right? You're one play away from being the most important guy on the field when you're the backup quarterback.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, the good news is, like you said, we have Probaka to take the reins. They said it was a close quarterback competition, so I imagine he's going to be able to do some good things. Looks like he's got his win, so maybe Probaka only gets a play, but make the most of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine he might be able to do one nice thing, maybe.
Yeah.
And then Schmelzer might be back in, so
I mean,
getting the wind knocked out of you sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Ball back at the 5-yard line.
You're trying to tell everybody what happened, and you're like,
Yep. They'll just go to Benitez, and Alex is dropped. So Montgomery's going in the exact wrong direction. Give credit to the Scotch Plains defensive line.
looks like maybe they're going to keep it,
Short loss on the play.
keep him in there for now. Oh, no, here he comes. Here comes Schmelzner.
Schmelzer back on the field.
3rd and 27, Cougars.
Oh, maybe not. Oh,
No?
Oh, there he is. There he is. Sorry. That's Benitez caught my eye.
It'll be Alex on a run out to the right, and
Oh,
my goodness gracious.
there. Meet my shoulder.
Alex Benitez
He
on
made
the carry.
Kenny Agwu, the 5'11" senior, pay for standing in his way off the right side. Look at it again here. Number 1 in white is not really who you want to be on this play.
Ball spotted at the
Well, that's what you do when you're
15-yard
running back like
line.
Benitez. You make them pay every time they try to tackle you.
I believe that's the definition of a speed bump in the high school football world.
Oh, man.
McManus is running back in towards the line for a little extra protection, as Benitez called him home, basically. Alex with another booming kick. This one's going to be fielded at the 36. And a nice return from Matt Power as he's still on his feet up the left sideline. Can Benitez stop him? He can.
Power on the return for the Raiders. Stopped by
Well, I guess if
Benitez.
you're going to have one guy back there that you would want, it would be Benitez,
Yeah.
right?
Did we mention special teams is being a big
I
part of this
mean,
game? Did we mention that?
14-yard
Huge.
line
You watch it
of
again
Montgomery.
as we see Benitez here able to make just a shoestring tackle and
First down
keep
and
Power
10
from
Raiders
getting home for 6 points.
at the
So again,
12-yard
a
line.
big
13
position
yards
for our defense to be in.
of Montgomery.
Can the defense do what it's been able to do so far all night long? And that's
You know, it's tough now. They've been
Step
on
up to the
they've
plate.
been on the field for some time. You know, they get a little winded. Just gotta dig deep here and try to get 4 downs and off the field.
it'll be Anthony Robinson. And
Oh.
again in the backfield.
Oh.
Stopped in the backfield.
Another big play in the backfield by Andre Sumalan.
That's right. No soup for you.
Sumalan for you, but no soup for you.
Yeah, buddy.
Gain of 1 on
I
the
like
play.
what you did there.
Brings up a second down to 9 Raiders. Ball at the 12-yard
Got
line.
what you needed on first down there.
5:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
You
And
know?
the clock keeps rolling. I mean, that's, gonna be, it's always half the battle as you get into these two-score games in the second half, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, though, it's tough because they're in a scoring position. So do you want the time to go? Do you want more time for your offense?
This is going to be jet sweep and another great tackle on the edge. Liam McManus that time.
Brought down by the right side of the Montgomery line.
Just able to drag down Kadar
No gain on the play.
Jackson.
Looks like a 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders.
Defensively, this is such a hard position to be in. I mean, all night, Scotch Plains have been doing a good job of doing those like stick routes where they get the 5-yard hitch and get that, or little quick slants. But now, like, you have the screen, you have the draw is in play. So you have to be disciplined, play your position, and hopefully fly to the ball and make the stop.
3rd down and 8.
Oh, bad snap.
Low snap.
Throws
Fisher
it.
throwing to the right and in. Complete. Nino Spera.
Passing complete.
Good coverage out there.
Good coverage, and just like that snap helped us out, man, because he was a little flustered and
Looked
maybe
like a little some
Oh.
miscommunication.
well, there's some laundry on the field, so let's see what's going on here.
Yeah,
False start.
that was going to say, it looked a little wonky before it even got started.
Yeah.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
So that'll back him up. I don't think that you were going to see them kick there,
I don't think so.
right?
No,
But so you got to
100%
back
no.
him up.
Well, no, it's a pre-snap penality, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
14.
Couldn't decline it even if you wanted to.
Yeah, because 100% they would have declined it. There's no, you know what I mean?
17-yard line.
There's no way. Even if it was, loss it down.
Scotch Plains had what it wanted on that play, just the snap, being mishandled. But, I mean, one-on-one coverage,
It was good coverage by Nino, though. He was in the right position, so.
that's one of those our guy's bigger than your guy, and we
Yeah.
hope he can go up and make a play. So 3rd down now and about 14. They're going to go back to it. They're looking for Schulman, and another great job out
play,
there.
Nino. My man.
Right? I mean, I guess if you're Scotch Plains, they had the same feeling we did. If they're going to play that
wasn't Nino,
coverage,
but
we're going to
It was good, man.
throw it.
That wasn't Nino. Who's 22?
Yeah,
Oh,
Sparrow.
no, that wasn't Nino. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Brings up a 4th down and
Love that kid.
14.
He's awesome. And they're not punting. They can't possibly.
Now they're
be
going to try a
punting.
field goal.
They're going to try a field goal. All right.
Raiders to attempt a field goal.
I'm a little surprised that that's the case, but
I'm going to zoom in and then I'll
Kyle
try.
Brainerd and Montgomery, in typical fashion, calls timeout on special teams.
Now's our chance for the
I'm gonna
50
try to do-
trap. We'll get
Kind of
those
try to do
misses
one of
out.
these things.
Still no dice on that on-field camera, huh, Poke?
No.
Oh man, people are relying on me.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think so.
My bad, MIRE Nation.
It's all you.
Tickets out. The
Now you're
winning
getting
ticket
a good
is
show today. You're getting a good show.
1-0-9.
Why don't you just call him until he answers, Poke?
1-7-0.
Been trying that?
I mean, I duck your calls too, so I don't blame them.
1-7-0. Come on up to the announcer's booth with your
That's fair.
ticket. Last 3 digits.
Or you could call, what about Miss Pino
1-7-0.
standing right down there? You can give her a call and tell her to go tackle the kid. How about that? Until then, Tim, it's your show with the camera.
I'm getting a nice, you can see the animated face of Coach Milich saying, no points, no points. He's probably not saying that, but that's what I imagine he would say.
All that fantastic coaching. No
right.
points.
No points.
So here's Brainerd. Let's see if he can connect here. It's going to be a 35-yarder officially. Now we'll call it 34. Good snap, good hold. Kicks on the way. Plenty of leg. Oh, my gosh. What was I worried about as Brainerd knocked that one through? That would have been good from 55. Holy mackerel.
Was impressive. Well, I guess we answer the question if they have a kicker.
Wow.
Only the extra point, we didn't see him kick it because it was blocked. But
If he could do that, I'd kick a field goal every time we get past midfield. Jeez.
But that two-point conversion comes in huge now.
It does.
Now they've got to make the field goal again. We've blocked one, so I feel like in high school football, that extra point is never a given. You know, it's one of those things that anything could happen. More so in high school than in the pros. Although,
Pogue, I feel like you're like with that little phone you got. You need like smoke signals to communicate with the people you're trying to communicate with right now.
No. This is you being on the train to buy new stuff, and I'm not on that train. Not boarding it at all.
I'll tell you what, Glock, you buy us both new phones, and you can use them for the sidelines whenever you want.
No.
I feel like it. No.
No.
I feel like that's.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll buy him a phone, and then I'll be like, well, the app costs money, so I don't really want to do that.
He'll buy the app.
This is going to be returnable for Jenkins at the 10. Mark, and he's going to break through. He's still on his feet past the 40-yard line. So Mark Jenkins again. How many? I mean, the law of averages says we can't have that many more impactful special teams play in this, can we?
But you mean the special teams is doing good today?
Returns that ball all the way out to the Montgomery
Solid work.
43-yard line.
No dice?
Cougars.
Oh,
Because
man.
you're not on the Wi-Fi, my friend. Don't really know why.
Montgomery Wi-Fi kicked you out.
Something like that. So let's see what Montgomery can do here. They throw a little bubble out to Benitez, and he's going to break it out into in the open field. Here's Benitez inside the 30, and he is dropped out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So a huge gain for Montgomery. We'll call it 32 yards on first down, and you get another look at it as you see Alex just make one man miss in the backfield, and then he's off to the races.
I wanted to give him a good look at the sideline before I got back up on Alex and making that catch.
So it'll be a first down here for the Cougs. And they give again off the left side. Punishing run from Benitez.
Benitez off the left side. Pick up a 3 on the play. It's going to bring us up.
Man, it was 3 yards. I think the defensive back on that play felt like it should have been worth a little more than 3 yards.
Well, I feel like the offensive lineman that Alex put his hand on and pushed forward was thanks for the assistance.
Appreciate it. Second down for Schmelzer as they're going to go back to him. And here's Benitez again as he steps through an arm tackle, and he picks up another 4 yards.
So I feel like this is interesting now because I feel like we're within field goal range. 2, if they don't get the first down on this, do you kick the field goal? Or do you count on
I don't know
what
the
you've been
answer
doing?
to that question.
I mean, I'm glad I don't got to make the call, but
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
I mean, they're going to get the first down, so it's going to be irrelevant. Oh.
Bad snap again, but Montgomery able to fall on it.
Well, I guess we'll get the answer to that question.
And that's one of those that you don't really expect because, Brandon Fury's just so sure-handed.
Well, there's a flag down, though, so we'll see what that does. Are we moving them back?
It is a hold, yeah. It's a hold against Montgomery.
Well, you get the down back, and we've had some big plays, so. Oh, wait.
That penalty is declined. It's going to make it 4th down.
Declined it.
Yeah, 4th down and 8 from the 21.
Yeah.
So if you kicked, it would be about a 37, 38-yarder. So, I think going is probably the more prudent move. So let's see what Schmelzer's got. He'll roll to his right on 4th down. Now he's going to turn it up and run. Mike breaks free. He's got the first down. That's the second biggest run of the young man's career.
Yes.
And it'll set up 1st and goal for the Cougs.
I mean, what a great showing these first 2 games. It's a nice future. It looks like it's a bright future for that quarterback in green and gold here.
Here's what I love about it when he runs. It's very obvious that there was one moment in that where he said, I can get this with my legs. There was no indecision. He put his foot in the ground, and it ended up in 1st and goal.
Got a little jet.
Man, Jet's been a lot of problems with jet sweep today. I'm going to take back all that good jet motion.
Seems like you like that very much.
Put that in the bag.
First down and goal from the
Now with Schmelzer quarterback, it's not as necessary to run it.
Yeah.
You know, when everything was on Benitez, we needed to get the other guys involved, and that was one of the few ways that we could do it. Now, you've got options. I mean, how much of them do you think are, well, I mean, when Schmelzer probably couldn't have played the first couple games, right?
Right. Here he is again as he's going to take off. He's looking for running room, and he's inside the 10-yard line and down to about the 5. That's a huge play. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, you're backed up now.
Don't apologize.
1st and goal from the 15, and he gets the penalty yardage back, and now gets it into 2nd down and goal from the 5. I mean, that's 2 really, really important runs from the sophomore.
Just great decision making. Just another example of, you know, a younger, more inexperienced player or maybe less confident in their abilities might throw that away or slide or, you know, anything. And he ends up, you know, getting 2 very positive games that changed the whole momentum of the series.
Everything, in my opinion, when you're a quarterback, for better or worse, is about being a positive decision maker and a decisive decision maker, right? I mean, and I know that might sound redundant, but there are like wobbly decision makers out there, right? They're probably the bosses that you hate if you're listening to this. And, you know, we can relate to that. You know, a lot of us can. He has, for a young man, just been so decisive. And, you know, it's not always going to work out for him, but so far in his 2-game career, it's been aces.
I mean, you're right. Not every decision you make is going to be the right one. He does it confidently and with no hesitation, and that's what makes even the poor decisions not seem that bad.
Right. There was an injured Scotch Plains player on the play. That's what the break was for. So 2nd down and goal.
I'm going to see a nice Benitez run in the end zone here.
Here's Schmelzer.
I lied.
Out to his left. Looking. Squares his shoulders. Throws. Caught. Back in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. How about that? David Walsh. 6'4", 205 pounds. Used it all there to go up and get that. Let's look at it again. Watch him get his hips around here as we see it. He's going to roll to his left. This is so important. Watch it right here. Gets those hips square, throws, gets enough on it. Walsh able to pull it in. What a play.
I wish I would have been able to get a little bit more. You got the catch, but you didn't get the whole thing. I was just so impressed by what he did, and I was like fixated on him.
And you see it there, another 2-point conversion.
You didn't see it there because that was terrible.
No. This is why we got cameras down on the field when you're slacking off.
You got the camera working?
That makes the score.
Montgomery 23-9 with the lead right before the end of the quarter. Man, that's a. I don't really think we're being hyperbolic here about this. Mike Schmelzer, boy, if he hasn't turned some heads in the last 2 weeks, then you haven't been watching, because he's been about as good as you could possibly want your quarterback, let alone a sophomore quarterback, to be. And he's got Montgomery in a great spot with just about 12 minutes to go to win its 2nd game in a row.
He's just performing, man. It's as much as you could ask for a sophomore. If I'm Coach Milich right now, I'm smiling, you know?
And if you're an opponent coming up for Montgomery, you thought you knew how to defend this team because you thought you could put 9 guys in the box. And then you're going to watch the last 2 weeks on tape, and you're going to say, well, we could have put 9 guys in the box before that Franklin game, but now we can't.
You know, just keying on Benitez was before the last 2 weeks was something that you could say that's what we're going to do, and even a little bit last week. But this week, he's getting lots of people involved.
The aforementioned Benitez sends a high end-over-end kick fielded at the 2. Here's Robinson. Head of steam out past the 20. And still on his feet somehow, churning, looking like Alex Benitez does often. And takes it out past the 30, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 3. 12 minutes to go here at Cougar Stadium and a pink out. And Montgomery's almost going to, maybe, possibly, a little bit, pick up win number 2. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Especially since it's an iPhone 13.
That's a free plug.
Timmy trying to break my you-know-whats. We only have the newest technology. We just don't know how to make it work. There's a quick pass and a completion out past the 35-yard line. That was again Robinson.
Now it's just, if you're going to let them score, which, they're not obviously not trying, but they're going to have to do it dink and dunk, man. Don't let them, no big plays.
There's Matt Power on jet sweep out to the right. He's got a first down, and he's out past the 40 to the 45. So that'll move the sticks for the Raiders.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. First down.
What was our predictions on scores again?
2 smells your touchdowns.
Well, what did I say? I think I said 20. Did I say 20 to 10?
I think you said 21 something because I prices righted you.
I had 28-12, and I think you said 29-10 or something like that. Or no, I don't know.
I think I said 20 to 10.
I said whatever it finishes, so. We're just going to make that a thing.
Another player down for Scotch Plains. So Montgomery gets a bit of a reprieve, as you see assistant coach Dan Aguilar there, former Montgomery great.
Yeah, both on the football field and in the track arena.
Weston Fisher takes the snap, throws over the middle, and again incomplete. Montgomery lucky there to escape. Kenny Agwu had room to run there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a couple times this game. He's thrown some very catchable passes that were just mishandled by the receivers.
I mean, you can't do it any better than that.
I mean, that was perfect. That was he was wide open, hit him right in his hands. But sometimes that's the worst place to hit your receiver.
Second down and long. It'll be Robinson as he comes to the near side. Benitez in pursuit, and Alex drops him back at the 40.
Yeah, buddy, man. Man, you don't get any better than that.
What a play. Look at the pursuit. Benitez had it snuffed out right from the beginning. As you'll see, and Robinson can move, obviously. Look at Benitez shed the block, and he comes in to make a fantastic tackle.
I mean, and that's probably, for me, Benitez's best quality is there's no hesitation.
And this is bad news for Scotch Plains as Anthony Robinson's down. And he looks like he's in a decent bit of pain, and it looks like his hand or wrist or something in that area.
Yeah, it's never good.
No, you never want to see that, especially to a kid as talented as that.
Yeah, I mean, he's been making some great plays today. Things obviously haven't gone their way, but, hopefully he's able to walk it off, and it's nothing serious.
I mean, super easy to tell why you came into this game with almost 900 yards rushing on the season. Kid gets it done.
Yeah.
For sure. As Robinson makes his way off the field, that Benitez tackle sets Montgomery's defense up in a great way.
It's a big third down for Scotch Plains. They got to do something here. They want to keep this game manageable, and if a turnover right now would be hard to battle back from.
So what does Weston Fisher do here on third down? He's going to throw. Here comes pressure. He throws over the middle. Intercepted. Here comes Jenkins. Ball's out as it got swatted. Can't see behind the Montgomery sideline.
Pass intercepted by Jenkins. Fumble on the play.
And it looks like Scotch Plains got it back. It was big number 78.
Jeez Louise.
How about that? Evan Doyle. So somehow magically,
that's like some video game stuff right there.
On 3rd and 15, Scotch Plains picks up 10, no penalty, and gets a first down.
Yeah. And none of their offensive players, or at least touch the ball, with the exception of their offensive linemen.
That's one of those. I mean, I think everybody watching that play after the pick was like, Jenkins go fumble.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just one of those things you don't expect to get tracked down like that.
He just got turned around, man.
Here's pressure again. They throw over the middle and caught despite a big hit. Good coverage out there by Charlie Post. And then Guidetti also came in and laid the wood.
I mean, he has been very accurate today. His passes, with the exception of them, like his miss was high, but spot on for most of his other passes.
Fisher again will throw. Loads up, and Benitez this time has it. Benitez has the pick going up the left side. He's got blockers. Is anybody going to catch him? No! Touchdown, Alex Benitez!
Yeah! That is, he's not going to fumble the ball.
What a play. Benitez there to just step in front of the receiver. We'll take another look at it here as you see Alex make a play on the football, and that was all she wrote. As he went to the yard and put a little space between Montgomery and Scotch Plains in this ball game as the Cougs look to go up by 21 with the extra point pending. And you know what? I'm going to relate this back in a second, but I think there's a lot of truth in it after we see the PAT. It's on the way and good. But here's the thing. If Alex Benitez is still playing quarterback, that interception doesn't happen.
Nope.
Because he's not playing defense.
We said that last week, and I know that the coaching staff saw the same thing. Like defensively, as good as he is offensively, I think he's better defensively.
He is a force.
He just flies to the ball, no hesitation, making tackles, and just altogether being impactful in every single play.
The Montgomery skill players, boy, Jenkins, the touchdown and a pick. Benitez, a touchdown on offense, a touchdown on defense. Schmelzer with some dimes up the field.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Jenkins interception again if we can.
Quality
no, we can't.
Nope.
Quality producing.
Well, the beginning and the end of your video are right next to each other there, Poke. I think that might be why. No? Maybe, possibly.
The moment's passed.
So you say. I was so excited.
Not feeling it anymore.
So excited.
They were both great interceptions. Then they were both great interceptions. I mean, you get the feeling that they're trying to, Scotch Plains is trying to force some things now.
There's a little pooch out to the right, and that is taken by one of the upbacks at the 35-yard line, and it was Timmy Paprocki.
All right, well, just want to say that I said the most points were going to be scored, so I won already.
Yes, Tim, you were right.
Thanks. You know. Appreciate you saying that.
Ball will be spotted at the
unseasonably warm night at
know.
Cougar Stadium, but I'm not complaining. I said that to Poke this afternoon. I said, listen, we got another day of shorts and sandals out of this thing. I'll take it.
I'll tell you, I mean, I like it as like, just a normal person, but as a cross-country coach, I hate it.
Oh, no doubt. I've been ellipticaling to your chagrin for the last,
Hey,
week.
Low impact, man. Keep yourself healthy.
I know. Fisher's going to hand off inside. And good ball security. Is there a bunch of people ripping at that? Anthony Titanegro. But I decided to run this afternoon in the heat. And, for the first time in a week maybe. Oh, it's a struggle. I actually ran a pretty decent pace for me, which, you would laugh at. But for
Probably
me, it was
not.
Yeah, I was like 8:20.
That's not bad.
That's not good, but
I could
for
run
me,
with
that's
you.
good.
I could run with you. In the words of Ron Burgundy, though, where you're like, milk was a bad choice.
It was a bad choice. Here's another interception. Up the left side again. Can we go for 2 in a row? Still on his feet. Still going. Into the end zone. Benitez.
Oh, man.
One more time. Alex Benitez. Back-to-back drives have ended with a pick six.
I know, just in case MIRE Nation was wondering, that was not the instant replay we were talking about. That was a separate play. Oh, my gosh.
What a great downfield block, too, at the end of the play to really secure him into the end zone. And you saw his skills at the running back position there helping him out. But, just, wow. What more can you say about that young man?
I wonder if he'll get Player of the Week this week.
This is some performance, boy.
If he doesn't, I want to see the guy who did.
High snap. Jenkins able to get it down, and Benitez knocks it through.
Who's our all-time scoring leader? Oh, this guy.
Oh, that guy.
Who's making it really hard for anybody else to ever catch him? That guy.
I mean, 3 more games to go, too. You know what I mean? It's.
Oh, man. And now the way that their offense has been scoring.
You hold on to that ball, Alex. You get to keep that one, buddy.
You know what's a shame? Wasn't today supposed to be homecoming?
Today was supposed to be homecoming,
This would have been a phenomenal homecoming game.
Well, kid might be able to do it again next week.
I mean, we're going to get the repeat next week, but I'm in the here and now.
Montgomery's blown this one open on the back of Alex Benitez, who stuffed one home on the ground and then now has put 2 in all by his own doing because of back-to-back interception returns for a touchdown.
You know what it is. He's probably was getting a little upset. He's not getting as many touches offensively as he used to.
Yep.
Need to find a new way to put points on the board.
Number 13, Jackson Bullock, set to kick off.
Pick 6, touchdown after interception, whatever you want to call it.
Taking it to the house.
Certainly that. Benitez will get a well-deserved break as Jackson Bullock's going to kick off.
I was going to say, he's going to be exhausted.
Bullock puts a pretty good leg on it.
Yeah, not a bad kick, man.
Fielded at the 10.
Good.
And great coverage by Montgomery.
Good job with the special teams, man. Are we in some kind of like bug's nest right now? Is this where they live?
Kenny Agwu was the return man with Robinson on the sideline. And it looks like he's going to remain on the sideline as Anthony Tenegro stays into the game at running back. Although I shouldn't say that. Is that 28 that just walked on the field too? No. Nope. I was right the first time. Remember the good old days when the cheerleaders did push-ups instead of the Rockettes deal?
Actually, yeah, I was like listening to it. I was like, what? Because I can't see down there. I was like, what are they doing? Are they doing push-ups? I was like, that's a lot of push-ups.
Well, this was a routine thing in that Chugging-Off year, and I was like, man, you're really subjecting these girls to a lot of push-ups. I was like, I don't think I could do that many.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to the right side, and good job again by the Montgomery D-line.
I mean, I could do 37 if you got an AED handy.
Right. And another injury for Scotch Plains.
Oh, boy.
You don't want to see that.
No. I mean, like you said earlier, it's unseasonably warm, so hopefully just some cramping, but...
Robert Koch, senior tight end, is the man down.
Zoom in on our man Fury right here. Maybe I will. It's so hard.
That's where it pays to have that second camera, Bo.
Yeah.
Good job out of you.
Wait, you didn't like my motion sickness?
No, I did not pass on that.
The more you zoom it in, the harder it is to, like, move the
I'm aware.
Move the
I still think we just need, like, a cast of 10-year-olds in here because, like, listen, buddy, here's an Xbox remote. They'd be like, can't work this thing?
Yeah.
Telling.
Pogue's doing a great job producing, though. Every time I'm a little bit off on my camera work, he's on it, panning to the second camera.
It'll bring up a second down and a very long 9. Or a short 10, depending on your flavor. And it'll be Tenegro again. And he's got a hole. And he survives the slap of Brandon Fury trying to punch that thing out. That's 2 good jobs by Tenegro to
getting some ball movement.
Yeah, ball security there.
A little late in the game,
See
though.
if you watch it again here. Watch Big 77 as he throws a big paw at this thing right there. So Scotch Plains not really in too much of a hurry. It'll be Tenegro again, and he runs into a wall at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was just a bad exchange between him and the quarterback. So it's tough to get going when you have to, like, stop and regain possession of the ball.
You know what I've been really impressed with today as the game is continuing to move on is Gavin Guidetti. I think Guidetti really has stood out at the linebacker position. He's coming downhill hard for sure.
100%.
Here's Tenegro again as he slides
Ball's
into
out.
the secondary. The
Oh.
ball was out, but fell right into the hands of Scotch Plains.
That's a good.
Johnny on the spot there
that
that
was
time at
just
Timmy
a
Peprocki.
Right place, right time.
Down to the Montgomery 45-yard line.
Not getting it down in distance on there anymore. We apologize for that.
Oh, Pogue.
Send the producer
Come
to
on,
do his
Pogue.
freaking job over there. So first down and 10 as
We'll get him covered.
it's another short gain on the ground for Scotch Plains.
Number 2 on the carry.
That time it was Kadar Jackson.
Kadar Jackson.
So the clock rolling, under 6 minutes to go, and Montgomery's been pretty impressive here in this second half. This is really what I think you had envisioned and hoped for, early on in the season, right?
Yeah. I mean, like we said, the strength of schedule in the beginning was much harder than in the second half. So hopefully, they're obviously seeing some more success in the last 2 games, and hopefully we can see it continue for the following games.
They run a little wing motion, and here's an inside handoff. And no, Matt, no, that it looked like the ball was out, but that really was just Cougar Jackson sticking the ball out in the crook of his elbow.
Yeah. It looked like it was going to pop out. I guess they're giving him forward motion, forward move.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent spot.
Forward progress.
3rd down and 7.
Really chunking it out here. Good ball movement, but also a lot of clock movement.
For as much grief as I give Pogue about all this crap, if you're up here watching what it is he actually does, it's pretty impressive.
No.
Here's a sweep out to the right, and very close to a 1st down again is Tita Negro.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah. He has provided a little bit of a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, defense has been on the field quite a bit, because the 2 interceptions,
But I mean, despite the fact that Scotch Plains has backed off in terms of its aggressiveness in the play calling after those 2 interceptions that you mentioned, Tita Negro is basically didn't get the message, because he's been a shot out of a cannon.
No, he's doing a great job. I mean, you got to fight for your touches.
Yeah. Here he is again, seeking some room off the right side, and he makes something out of nothing. And I think if you're a Scotch Plains fan or on the coaching staff, you got to say to yourself, is this a kid we need to get a little more involved in the play, in the game?
Yeah, and this is the time where they earn, where JV guys or second string guys, they earn some opportunities that they don't normally get, and now you want to show that you can perform at this level.
That's the fastest I've seen Brandon Fury run in a long time.
He's
try to get off the field.
Right now he's sucking down water, it.
Tita Negro again, he's going to be dropped a little short of the 1st down. They subbed in Tom Brady, not that Tom Brady, the other Tom Brady. And Fury had to make his way off the field before they had too many guys. And if he ran like that, he would get his wish to punch one in as a fullback.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. We'd hear about it all year.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, when I scored a touchdown.
Well, that was another thing that we talked about during the boys soccer game. I was just kind of talking about, hey, how great is it, to see your senior classmates, score a bunch of goals in the previous game. It would almost be like if you got a touch at fullback and were able to score a touchdown. He's like, I don't know why we're not doing that right now. Love that kid. Tita Negro as a 1st down again for the Raiders.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, he's aggressive, man. He lowers that shoulder, puts down the boom.
Keeping the sticks moving.
Keeping the clock moving, more importantly.
That is correct.
2:05 remaining.
Just getting about the 2 minutes.
See another sub coming in there as Charlie Post gets a hand from the crowd. Paul Romano getting a little burn. Charlie Post, a couple nice stops defensively tonight. And another carry, this time off the left side for Scotch Plains. Nice gain of 6 or so.
Number 2 on the carry, Jackson.
This is again Cougar Jackson. We're under 90 seconds to play in this one. So, guys, as this one is ticking down to its conclusion, Montgomery's going to win its 2nd game in a row. And, boy, I know this might be beating a dead horse, but it really finally feels like things are position appropriate at this point. You have a quarterback that can make throws to every level of the defense as Kadar Jackson punches through, and he is going to be into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jackson into the end zone for a Raiders touchdown.
Anticlimactic a little bit for Jackson, but a tough run up the middle nonetheless.
Yeah. See that big leg of their kicker again.
So that'll throw another 6 up for the Raiders. Take another look at it there. Oh, no, we're not going to take another look at it, Pope. Sorry. He got me excited. Threw the replay screen up there.
Raiders will go for 2.
And that one is going to be good on the 2-point try.
Kadar
Jackson again on the handoff.
That makes the score with 53 seconds
So, but I mean, Schmelzer has been fantastic through 2 games. And all it's done is enable Benitez to just be more present in, all these other places in the game. I mean, it's
we said it last week, and we alluded to it this week. It gives more venues for him to get the ball. It's now he can get the ball on a pass. He can run the ball. Obviously, he can get the ball on defense. Apparently, So he just has more opportunities, and the more opportunities you give a guy like him, the better your team's going to be.
You had a shot there of head coach Zoran Milic and his troops. You're obviously on alert for some kind of trickeration here on the kickoff, right?
Yeah, you put your hands team out there. You're not trying to get a return or anything like that.
Well, all evidence to the contrary is 2 guys are back deep.
Well, no, I'm saying their front line. You put some hand guys up there.
Yeah.
You obviously have to have guys back deep. You just make sure that you're prepared for. It's going to be an onside or a squib.
And it's squib. Fielded at the 28 and a knee. Good job by Liam McManus.
Not even trying to return it. Don't make anything silly happen.
You take a knee, right?
Yeah, you do.
You go victory.
Yeah, you go victory right now. I'm just curious. I know that Scotch Plains has their timeouts. I don't know that they would take them, but
I don't know. Unless you just want to run a couple of plays with your second team here, that could be it, as well. But
nah, you run victory.
Take this one down. Next week, guys, we're back at home. Excited for it. Homecoming weekend. Hopefully we'll get to see some of the folks that have graduated and make their way back. It will be victory formation for the Cougs. And next week is who's next week, Pope?
JFK.
JFK Island, correct? JFK Island next week will make its way to Cougar Stadium for homecoming, and with any luck, it'll bring another victory for the Cougars. You see officials doing a good job here of just allowing the teams to run this one out and not making Montgomery run another play to take another knee. That would have been just a mere formality. So the final 10 will tick away in Skillman. Second win in a row, boys, and I got to tell you, in impressive fashion. Not a ton to nitpick in this one.
Nah, they did a lot of great things on both sides of the ball and on special teams. So it's going to be a nice film session for a lot of these kids tomorrow.
If you had Montgomery minus 19, you won. Cougars 37 and Scotch Plains 17. Cougars improved to 2-4 on the season.
Making a run at it.
And it'll be a fun week in school. Get to wear the PJs next week, next Monday. Loving that. Preceding, been a production of the MIRE. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of this game without the express consent of the MIRE, strictly prohibited. You'll have a new Muck and Mire podcast coming on Monday. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get Brandon Fury and Alex Benitez this week And if I can, we'll figure something out in school because those guys, we obviously haven't talked to Alex since he broke the record, and that needs to happen. So we'll get that done. In any event, Cougars win it by 20, 37-17. This one's been fun, and I'm excited now for the next week to come. For Matt Pogue and Tim Bartholomew, I'm Keith Glock. Thank you for watching.